The self-styled Pakistani Taliban in good spirits, perhaps sensing their time as leaders in the Swat Valley will become officially recognized. This is Mutta, where the followers of Sufi Muhammad, a former fighter turned peace seeker, and the Taliban are in the middle of negotiations to make sure that the peace deal negotiated on all their behalf by the Sufi becomes permanent. The Taliban have told Al Jazeera that the negotiations are going well and they're confident an agreement will be reached on their 5 key demands, which include withdrawal of all security forces in the valley, the release of all Taliban prisoners, and the introduction of a stricter form of Islamic law.
Hopefully they will agree. Hope all the parties are sincere, and we hope that they really will come.
So, whilst the Taliban pray, perhaps, for the success of the talks, in Islamabad people are watching the events closely. You would be hard-pushed to find anybody here in the political capital who doesn't want peace in the Swat Valley. However, the question is, at what cost? Now, Pakistan's President Asif Ali Zardari has said that he won't sign any peace deal until there is peace in the Swat Valley. But for others, there's a creeping fear that any peace deal that's signed with the Taliban and groups like them will just encourage them to try and take over other parts of the northwest frontier province.
Very much so. I mean, it goes without saying, when you cut a deal with one group, the other groups are also watching it very closely. And when you have the appearance of capitulating to a special group, the other groups would also like to follow the suit. So we have a very difficult situation in the country where the government did cut a deal a few months back, then it fell apart under the US pressure.
So the Pakistani government is under pressure from all sides. The pressure to bring peace to Pakistan from its own people, the pressure from the US to crush the armed groups, and the pressure from its own military to use maximum force to effectively police the vast border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. In the midst of all of that, the government must also ensure the rule of law is adhered to in the whole country, and that peace deals such as this one do not lead to states within a state. The Islamic State of Pakistan doesn't want a second Islamic State of the Swat Valley within its own borders. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera, Islamabad.